What up everybody, it's CollectorsDream. Hope you guys enjoying your day, your night, your morning, whenever you're watching the video. I thought I'd do actually a video which is dedicated to educating people on what to collect, what people collect, and how to tell the differences and everything. So as you can see, we have kind of like a little bit of a variety of different things. This is just the ones that I quickly grabbed off my my shelves just for this video. So we have a few examples. The first example we're going to start off with is educating people on the super treasure hunts versus the regulars. So here we have two cars, as you can kind of tell, and as you can see, they're both very much similar. The only difference is, so they're both from the same year. One is yellow and then one is gold. The gold one's got the little circle underneath it, thus showing you that this is a super treasure hunt. And then this is the regular variation of it. So essentially, for those of you who don't know, there's a few different signs to look at. The biggest one being, it will also have a TH somewhere. So there you go. And it has the gold sign. It will be a little bit different. Sometimes the color scheme is the same. For instance, the Chevy Nova, the color scheme is essentially the same. You'll have rubber tires, but also you're looking for that gold, the gold Hot Wheels emblem in the side, which this one doesn't have. So that's one example of how to tell the difference between super treasure hunt and regular. So here's, for instance, another super treasure hunt. This is my most recent find, and as you can see, it also has the TH on the side and the gold emblem there. So that's pretty cool. Next thing, we do have normal treasure hunts, which have just the regular. It's not the gold, it's just the number one, the Hot Wheels logo, and also somewhere on the car it will have Hot Wheels logo. Now I don't remember exactly what this one is. I'm pretty sure it is supposed to be, sorry guys. Yes, but this one's a bit hard to see because it's actually just there. So it's underneath where the kind of X is supposed to looking like. It's hard to tell with this one, but it's supposed to be there. So that's the regular treasure hunt. I'm just trying to think if I have any other ones, and I do. So this is a treasure hunt that I found recently. So as you can see, there is the emblem there, and then there is an emblem there. So that's how you tell if it's treasure hunt or not. Next up we have is the chase cards. So this is pretty recent. So this is for the series. So this is all the cards that are in the series. So as you can tell, there's 6 cars, but the actual Ford XB is not part of them. The Ford Falcon race car is not part of these 6 cards, and it's got the little green thing here. So this is a chase card. So essentially, it's an extra card added to the set, which is supposed to be harder to find. So people do look for these cards because obviously, the harder they're to find, I guess the more valuable they are. So it doesn't necessarily have to be. It doesn't necessarily have to have like rubber tires on it or anything. It's just a chase card in the series. So that's another thing. Next up we've shown is customs. So a lot of people do like to collect customs. This is a custom car. This one's actually done by a local Instagrammer and a good friend of mine, IG Matt Diecast. And as you can see, he has added the rubber tires to it. So originally they would have like normal tires. He added rubber tires to it and put it back into it. So it actually kind of looks like a real car. I mean, like as if like you can say it's an error or whatnot. It's pretty cool custom. So that's cool. Next up, people do collect variations. Now I couldn't find any variations straight away. So there's just a pretty clear example. This is Matchbox. So essentially these two cars look identical. And if we zoom it in, they look identical. The only difference is one has the tire, the other has the bike. Now, people do collect variations for different sort of reasons. You can have the different tires as well. So some can have like 5-spoke, 3-spoke, or different tires altogether. Or there could be an error. There could be a lot of different things that people collect. But variation is another one major thing that people do like to collect. People also collect the difference in short card and long card. So as we can tell here, we have a long card, so the Nissan Skyline, and then we have the short card. But obviously this is getting to be nitpicky, but look, nevertheless people do like to collect it. Now in GreenLight we have what we call So GreenLight is a different toy maker. So using the Mad Max as an example, this is the standard regular. They don't have what they call Super Treasure Hunt. What they have is what they call Green Machine. And how do you tell the difference between Green Machine? So usually it will either have green tires or the whole body will be green, depending on the color scheme of the original car. So for instance, with this one, you have the original one has black tires, and also with most Green Machines, the bottom will be green to indicate it's a Green Machine as well. So that's the difference between Green Machine and GreenLight. And then the last two is just, well, there's also people collect car culture. So this is just a normal release. No, normal release, this is a set. They also release car culture, where certain vehicles tend to go more. So this is a car culture, as you can see there. But people collect different variations of it as well. So that's cool. Oh, actually, speaking of customs cars, here's a better example. So you have the same car, so going on before with the other one. So essentially, what one person does is it could be different customs. I have customs which have completely different paintwork and everything, but you have, for this instance, obviously, you have just different tires to represent the two different cars. So that's cool. And then Holy Grails, for instance, for me, these are Holy Grails are the cars that are extremely rare to get. They don't come available extremely often, and they can fetch a really hefty price. One of which is the Fast and the Furious by the Racing Champions, the Honda S2000. And then the other one is the Johhny Lightning, Nissan Skyline. Extremely rare to find. So they can find that, extremely rare to find, and they can fetch a pretty high price. Saying that, the Nissan Skyline, the really rare one is the White Lightning for this variation. I've seen one in my all-time collection, and then the asking price was $600. I did not get it. If I did, you would have seen it here. I wouldn't pay $600 to be fair. But yeah, so this is another example of a Holy Grail, or just something that people like to collect, for instance, because it's extremely hard to find these ones. So yeah, so that was pretty much my little video on the differences of what people like to collect and how people collecting. Look, everybody collects different ways. So I thought I'd give you these. There's one more thing that I forgot to talk about, which is the Zamek. They're only done in America. So I believe these are Walmart exclusive, the Zamek cars. So you can only buy them in Walmart. So for instance, for those who don't live in America, you won't be able to get them unless you buy them from eBay or from a friend who sends them to you. And that's about it. I'm pretty sure I might have missed a few others. If I did, I do apologize. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video.